Alright, y'all. Continuing on about the dream. Um, there's a few different things that I want to mention. The other part is like I said with the legal system, the first thing they do if you're, fighting, is they attack your, you know, psychological status, your mental status. And like I said, I was in my last video, I was like, well, maybe that was just me, but no, I remember talking to people and they were like, oh, they always do that. So that's the first thing that they do, because that will give them, leverage for whatever else it needs to. Because once somebody questions that, I mean, it's basically a done deal. Nothing that you say, nothing that you say, will ever be taken seriously. It just credits you as a person entirely. So thankful, but thankful that I'm very fortunate. Like I said, the questions that they ask you, or I don't know if they devise questions towards each type of person, but the questions that they asked me were very. Let me tell you what they asked me. They asked me, did I have any visions? Do I have any prophecies? Do I think that I have any special powers, or any gifts? You know what I'm saying? Do I have any gifts? Do I have any visions? Do I see any prophecies? Then they asked me if I was in the forest. Then they asked me really weird questions like, if I was in a forest in the dark and a tree fell, did it fall, or something crazy like that. I don't know. It was just something to just, or something about, I don't know. It was a crazy question about a forest, and if it all of a sudden became dark, what would I do, or something crazy. It was just a crazy question. Just, I'm sure it had meaning to them, but it just didn't make any sense. But when I think about all those things that they asked me, which I knew that if the positive answers to any of those were positive, they would try to associate it with something that wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But I've always been a 100% honest person, so I answered honestly, and honestly, I could say no. I was like, no, I don't have any visions. No, I don't think that I was put on this earth for something, super, super, super great. No, because I didn't. All I knew was that I was, working at this job. I no longer wanted to work there because some of the things that I saw, and I decided to move on. Simple as that. Now, when I think about the questions that they ask me, I think about these people that have prophecies and visions in their dreams. All of the things that she questioned were not only things that when I was little that we were taught in church. You know what I'm saying? We were raised up around those type of people, spiritual people. But my spiritual understanding was that, any type of answer that was in agreement with any of that would get you sent away. You know what I'm saying? But I answered honestly, and that's why I said I was jealous a little bit, or like, okay, God doesn't love me as much or whatever, because I don't have prophetic dreams like they have. When I was very little, like 8 or 9, and once in a sporadic moment, in my teens, I would have dreams that would prophesy, but I hadn't had any in like decades. And I was just like, well, those must have been just because I was little, you know. And what I realized is that perhaps God was protecting me, because God knew that those types of questions would be asked, and that's where the answers. Those were the people that that they were looking for. Okay, so like I said, I think that in this day and age, what's really being hunted, is not they're to talk about bad people. They're not they're portraying that they're hunting the bad, but really they're hunting the you know along with the bad that are, maybe I think the bad people that they get are just casualties, but they're really hunting pure people, like good people. It's the goodness that's being under attack. Even when you go out in the world every day, just like Canton Jones had the song, I'm gonna stay saved. That's what it's about. It's about your goodness being attacked. That day in Family Dollar, when I was just treated insanely, and for some reason my spirit inside of me just stood up and was just like, it was at peace, and it wasn't about me. It's the realization that it's your goodness that's being attacked. When you walk down the street and you're just trying to go to the store, and men are whistling and blowing their horns and, slowing their cars down beside you and carrying on. And it's annoying to you because you're in the middle of a vlog and you're just enjoying your day, fully dressed, nothing lewd or lascivious, not even, looking like you're seeking attention at all, from anyone, or that you're taking care to even present yourself beautifully for yourself. And, a little bit of anger and disgust boils up inside of you. You have to remind yourself that it's your goodness, your peace of just enjoying the good things in life that is being attacked, And it's, like I said, the correlation between the questions that woman asked me and these people that have prophecies and dreams and what you're taught when you're younger, it's a little unsettling. That's what they were looking for, you know? And because of the experiences that I've had in the mega churches and things like that, churches in general, and falsehoods, I no longer followed that route of, the words that are misused as being Christian, but like Jesus as a person, and even Popeye the Sailor Man said, I am what I am. I don't subscribe to any of that stuff because Jesus didn't walk around telling everybody, yo, I'm a Christian. Jesus was just being Jesus. People just like us. What if God was one of us? We all live in the spirit of Christ because we're all made in the same image, of that spiritual being with physical attributes. We all have moments of supreme recognition, within ourselves mentally and spiritually. And we all have moments that, we have a little bit of wrath and anger and all of that. So, I don't need to be jealous. I have dreams, but my dreams are not, on that scale, and they don't come all the time, and it's just about me because I guess God wants me to protect me. So, just the interpretation of dream, like I said, I haven't been working in a little bit, but I have this feeling that when I go back, some shit's really gonna hit the fan. Like, it's not just gonna be somebody trying to, set me up for something legal or whatever like that. I'm gonna get my ass beat physically at a job, which is an institution where the first time that I ever have been really assaulted was at an institution which was a homeless shelter. So now, job work is an institution, somewhere that you have to be, that you really don't have any freedom. I mean, you do, but you don't. Once you've dedicated yourself mentally to that job, you've enslaved yourself to it. And things that go beyond good common sense, you'll do because it's your quote-unquote job. There was a quote that I read not too long ago. I don't remember the exact quote, but it was something like, for a person to be happy, if you give them a task to do, it's like you can give a person fake happiness. If you give them a task to do and a goal, you can give that person fake happiness. And that's what work is for people that truly love work like I used to. I have a task, no matter what, I'll ignore all the bad stuff. As long as I have a goal to complete, I'll forget all that and just be working towards my goal. And all those jobs that I was abused at, mentally harassed, and just treated really atrociously. And I think it's a spiritual thing. I don't think it's those people, because there was one job, I lie to you not, that I worked at. There had to be like 100-something people worked there. It was a call center for like a health insurance place. Every single person, I mean, and I didn't notice it, but one of the people that was like managing everything, he noticed, because he would see me get harassed and abused here, then he would move me somewhere else. I would get harassed and abused there. It was like systematically every single person in that place. He was like, he's never seen anything like it. He was like, what is, what's going on? Like, what the hell? And it's a spiritual thing. It's scary. I didn't notice that until after I left, and it was because actually being treated wrong by the janitor there, young janitor. Really some I was trying to work. He didn't care I was trying to work. Just derogatory, nasty things were said. And when I left there, I was writing because I had to put the truth out there, writing up a synopsis, of, I've endured a lot since I've been there. But as I was writing, I noticed that, damn, because I had a spreadsheet, that it was like damn near 100 people and I've had like some type of crazy interaction with almost every single person, where something nasty or snide was said, and I was attacked. It was crazy. So it's definitely a spiritual thing. My time is running out, which I hate, because when it gets to the climax, it's always like that. But anyway, that's what it is.